What's up, gang? So, shooting a video here for another little PVC puzzle challenge or puzzle piece, depending on how you're looking at it. If you've been in class or done any of the warm-ups for this week, we introduced just a little bit of a puzzle with the PVC, something that you can think of as wrist and elbow and shoulder mobility, but maybe a little bit more interesting than just like the classic, sit there and stretch kind of thing. Gets your mind involved a little bit. And a brief entry into kind of playing the game monkey see, monkey do, where you see someone perform something and you can understand maybe a little bit how it goes on, but you have to figure out how to replicate it physically yourself. I think this is a skill worth exploring. It's certainly something that you can improve through a little bit of practice, and it'll give you the opportunity to take it further today. So check this out. Just as a quick review, this has been the move we've been using in our warm-up this week. Palms are facing up. You hold on to the pipe. And all we're doing here, back and forth, is doing this little twisting motion where you try and get to a full extension of your arm, twist it around, full extension. Just doing this back and forth is pretty methodical. A lot of people have related it to kind of playing the violin or some other kind of string type instrument. I think that's a really good analogy there. And the idea is to keep it smooth and just move back and forth. You'll see the wrist goes through a pretty good range of motion, the elbow, the shoulder, they all have to accommodate for this otherwise rigid object moving around quite a bit. So that is what we've been playing with this week. It's one of the moves. The next one, and the one I'm not going to walk you through, but I will demonstrate several times so you can watch it, is just another idea. So where we did this before, now we do this. Go this side before. The idea is the same. We're going to begin with our palms facing up, and then without losing grip of the object, we're going to take it over. This time it ends with one palm over the top, one palm remains the same, and then back. Give you a few more demonstrations here. So there's one side, there's the other. Again, one side, the other side. One more time. There's tremendous benefit in trying to figure this out without being walked through, like verbally, like this is exactly what you do, or having someone like physically take you through it. Watch it, repeat it as many times as you need to. Put yourself in my shoes in the video and try and replicate it, and work through the struggle of trying to figure out this move. It's not physically very difficult. It's just a strange, otherwise kind of novel pattern with the PVC here that you can absolutely figure out. So that's task number one. It's worth spending some time doing. At the very least, you're challenging your brain, you're moving your joints around. It's going to be 10 minutes well spent. Then you can take this from just a puzzle by itself to a puzzle piece, and you can combine the last two movements, the one I showed you in the beginning, and then when you solve this. And again, you're doing it for no other reason than to do it. Some cool side benefits are the fact that it's good mental challenge, a good coordination challenge. It gets some of the mobility going, and it's just a good way to pass a few minutes of time, especially if you need a break either from work or you need to clear your mind. It's very difficult to learn this, especially in the beginning, and start to combine the elements and also think about other stuff. So it's a great way to kind of clear the mental space just for even a brief period of time. So an idea you could think about would be to do the old version or the first version followed by the second version. Then we'll go the other side. First version, second version. Again. Version 1, version 2. I'm watching myself in the camera. It might be useful if you have a mirror and you can do it without smacking anything in your house or your office. But just going back and forth, even combining these two elements and trying to minimize any little hiccups where you grab it too hard or you whack yourself or the floor, it's a nice little rhythm to get into. If you want to start doing several in a row on the same side, go for it. It's a fun skill. It feels cool. It kind of looks cool from the outside. You look, I don't know, like you're doing some sort of martial arts, and maybe this is where it originally comes from. And try and decide at the last possible moment what version or which direction you're going to be doing. Because they both start from here. You have basically 4 options to choose from at any beginning point in time. Mix and match on it. Like I said, spend 10, maybe 15 minutes, A, trying to learn the new skill, or the first one if you haven't done it before, and then B, just kind of combining it and just see, where it leaves you mentally, and if it feels good on the joints, consider including it as a regular part of your routine. Have fun.